Before we dive in, let's quickly recap what we covered in the last video. We have successfully modeled and reinforced Sump pit and also underground water tank slab. Furthermore, we have created lift foundation and walls and also assigned its reinforcement. Today we'll continue by completing the raw foundation for the main building. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me check the drawing before the start of any more reworks. So here we have to provide PCC of thickness 6 inches. First, go to the structure tab and click on this floor drop down and create a new type. Click on this duplicate option and create a new floor. And then from that, change its thickness from 3 to 6 inches. And also change the material. Duplicate the material and rename it. And press OK to apply. Now from this draw panel, draw the boundary. I choose this pick line option and click on the edges to create the boundary. Now I use the trim tool to create a closed loop. And then click on this check mark. Create a section to check its level. Double click on its head to view the section. Now change my detailing to fine and display option to shade it. Next we create piles for this foundation. The depth of pile is 60 feet from the PCC and its diameter is 30 inches. First we create a new workset from this bottom icon and click on new and rename your workset and press OK. To activate the pile workset, click on this yes button. Next, navigate to the elevation view and create a new level for pile. Use command double L and click in the drawing area and drag towards the right side. Rename this level by simply typing and use command DI to measure the distance. And then click on this pile level and change its height from 38 to 60 feet. Import this CAD file into our Revit model to mark the exact location of these files. So to do this, go to the Insert tab and click on the Import CAD. Search for the location and then click on the file layout plan and click Open to import. Here our grid lines are not visible. So to fix that, go to the elevation views one by one and from this bottom handle, drag your grid. Then navigate to the plan views and start modeling these piles. Go to the structure tab and click on column. By default, we have steel column. So to import the column of concrete that is rectangular and circular, click on this load family option and from this window, search for structure column and click on concrete. And from here, choose rectangular column and round column and click on open. From this drop down, search for circular column and choose 30 inches column and rename this column and click OK and again OK. To place this column, simply click in the drawing area. Now we adjust its level. Click on the column and from the properties panel, change its top level from piles to floor ground floor and also change its base level offset to 0 Now draw its section. Change its TCA level to fine, and display option is shaded. Navigate to the floor plan view and click on this section. Now we have to adjust the level of our pile. We have to provide an offset of 6 inches from the top. Select the pile and provide the top offset of -6 inches. Now we see that we match the required level. Now let's reinforce this pile. Go to the pile layout plan and start reinforcing this pile. Check the reinforcement detail from the drawings. For this pile, we have to provide 16 bars of 6 inches. And the stirrup should be at a spacing of 3 inches. For reinforcement, click on this Rebar tool. And then click on these 3 dots. Select the shape. Select the required bar number. And select the work plan that is perpendicular to cover. And click inside the pile to place the reinforcement. It's time consuming to place the bar one by one, so I use array tool. Type AR to activate the command. And then click on the rebar and press space. Now I choose this radial array option. And in number I specify 16. And change the center of location by click on this place. And choose this starting point as the center of rotation. And change the angle. And specify the number and type enter. Next, we create spiral for these piles. Click on this rebar tool. And from the properties panel, select the 3 number bar type. And from the rebar set, choose the maximum spacing, 3 inches. Select the shape. And select the work plan. And click inside this pile to place the reinforcement. To view the reinforcement, go to the section view. We have provided circular rings. To change these circular to spiral, click on these rings. And from these 3 dots, change its shape. As the depth of pile is 60 feet, so we have to provide an overlap because the standard length of the bar is 40 feet. Let's start creating the rebar with bend and overlap. Click on the rebar tool, and from here, choose 6 number bar, and use this shape, and specify its plan that is perpendicular to cover for the main bars. And click inside this pile to place the reinforcement. Go to the section view or double click on its head. Now we have to decrease its length because it is more than 40 feet by using these handles. To generate the copy, use command CO and move these bar. And use arrow to move these. Let's provide bend at start by using properties panel. So first we need to click that rebar, and then from the properties panel, choose this hook at start from none to 90 degrees. Then use the dimension. Next, navigate to the floor plan view to create multiple copies of this rebar. So select the rebar and type command AR. And then define a new axis from this place button. And define a new point. And then use angle. And then define the number of bars, that is 16 in this case, and press enter. Double click on Head to View section. We have created multiple copies of this bottom bar. Now let's repeat the same step for this upper bar. First, we need to create a section. Now, rotate this section by using command RO. To view the sections, double click on Head. Now select the bar and use command AR. And then shift its axis of rotation from this point to the center point. And then define the angle. And then type the number of rebars that I have to place. Again, go to the section. And we see that we have completely duplicated these bars. To unhide element in a view, click on this bulb icon and then select the element that is hidden in our view. And from this drop down, click on this unhide element option and also check toggle reveal hidden element. Now go to the 3D view by click on this home icon and select the reinforcement and concrete of this pile and create a group and rename this group as P1 and click OK. Now we group all these elements and then navigate to the floor plan. Select the group and use command CO to copy this group and make sure that this multiple option is checked and then copy this group by using the center point as a reference. Now simply place we have placed all the piles on the location that is marked on our drawings. Navigate to the 3D view to check overlapping of the floors. Here, our PCC overlaps with the slab of our underground water tank, sump pit, and lift. So to modify this, click on this Edit Boundary option and then go to the floor plan and sketch the boundary by using this draw panel. And also draw the boundary of septic tank by using septic tank floor plan and use this rectangular option. Click on the edges to create the boundary. And also mark the boundary of lift in the lift view. and delete this line. When I click on this green check mark, I found an error message because my lines are overlapping. So to overcome this error, I have to split this line. So I use SL and click on this line and delete this point. Then I use the trim tool to join these lines. And finally, click on this green check mark. By using these steps, we have removed the overlapping. Now select all the elements and use PN to fix their locations. And save your project by using Command Control S. Till now we have created PCC flooring and also model and reinforce the piles. Now let's head on to the Raft foundation, whose thickness is 27 inches. So let's jump right into the Revit screen. First, we have to activate our Raft workset and then go to the Structure tab and click on this floor drop-down. And then from the Edit type, create a new floor by using this duplicate option. And click OK. And then from the Edit type, change the material. Now sketch the boundary from this draw panel. Use a pick line tool. And click on this green check mark to finish the step placement. So to remove the error, we have to make sure that our path is a closed door. And then again, click on this check mark. Now go to the section view to verify the levels. The level of our raft is correct, but we have to modify the level of our PCC. So click on the PCC floor and give an offset of -27 inches. Let's modify the boundary of raft to avoid the overlapping. So go to the Edit Boundary option and now navigate to the floor plan and sketch the boundaries by using this draw panel. Split this line by using SL and use trim tool to form a closed loop. And click on this green check mark to finish modification. Let's start reinforcing this raw foundation by using details from drawings. We have to use part number bar for bottom main and distribution bar at 6 inches spacing. And similarly for the extra bar, we have to follow the same specifications. Let's go to the floor plan. And from this section, create the reinforcement. But before that, I want to hide all other work sets except this raft and level and grid work set. Now let's start reinforcing this raft. Navigate to the Structure tab and click on this Rebar tool. From the Properties panel, select the required bar type and also specify its spacing and check its plan, that is parallel to work plan. and shape. Now simply click inside the footing to place the rebar. Here the span is 60 feet. That is more than the standard length of the bar, so we need to provide an overlap. First, select the bar and change its rebar shape from this drop down. And decrease the length of this bar by using this handle. And also create another bar. Go to the Structure tab and click on this Rebar tool. And create another bar. And this time, use this handle to decrease the length. Now add the bend by using the Properties panel. Select the bar and add the bends. Now assign mark and comment to these bars. So select the bars. And assign the mark. Then comment. Similarly, we create the distribution bars. Go to the Structure tab. Change the layout rule from single to the maximum spacing and use 6-inch maximum spacing. And change its work plane from parallel to perpendicular. And select its shape. And simply click inside the footing to place the rebars. Now drag these bars by using these handles. To hide this vertical line, go to the floor plan, select the section, and reduce this part clipping offset to 1 inch. Use mirror tool to create the top bars. Select the bars. And then type DM. Specify the axis of rotation. And change the top bars from the Properties panel. And also provide labels and comment to these bars. So for this bar, I use B1 as comment. Now go to the floor plan and generate 2 copies for the top and bottom bar respectively by using Duplicate with Detailing option. Rename that. Then go to the bottom bars and select all the bars. And from this Properties panel, override its graphics and check the first option. Similarly, go to the top bars plan, select all the bars, and override its graphic. And select the first option Now we create filters for top and bottom bars and use them in our plan. So use VG command. And from this window, go to the filter tab and use its edit new option. And from this new button, create a filter. Rename this filter as this and click OK. And from this window, search for the structure rebar. And from here, use comments, contents, and click OK to apply. Similarly, create a new filter. Use this duplicate option and rename this filter. We have created filter for the top bars. Now let's create for the bottom bar as well. Use this duplicate option and rename it. And change comments to B2. Create its duplicate and rename. And click OK to apply. We have created our bottom and top filters. Now we have to add them in our views from this add button. Select the filters and click OK to add them. Now we have to override its graphics. For top bar, I use yellow color. And for the bottom bar, I use blue color. And click OK to apply. Now I'll show you the application of using filters. So I'm in a bottom bars layout plan. So type in VG, and from the filters, uncheck these top bars and click apply and OK. Now in this floor plan, only the bottom bars are visible. So again, go to the lower ground floor top bars and type VG. And from the filter, uncheck the bottom bars and click apply and OK. Now in this view, only the top bars are visible. Go to the bottom bars and adjust our rebars. First, I adjust the bottom bars. To simplify my work, I use filters. So I type BG, and then from the filter, I untick this option and click apply and OK. Now my bottom bars are visible only. Now, and I can adjust its position by dragging from these handles. And I generate duplicates. We can also decrease the length by using this handle. After modification, select all the elements and pin their position. Now we do adjustment in the distribution bars. So again type VG, and from this filter, check this B2 option and click apply and OK. I use the same methodology for the adjustment of top bars. So type VG and then from the filter tab, uncheck T2 option and press apply and OK. First, I adjust these main bars. That's all for today's video. In the next video, we'll proceed further. I hope you enjoyed this series. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.